Hello, YouTube people. Today, we're going to go through Cucurbits. Cucurbits. However you say it. It is cucumbers, squash, melons, and gourds. And we got a lot of territory to cover. So, I'm going to start out with cucumbers. And I'm not exactly sure how many of these we will grow out this year. I'm leaving that number open-ended. We do grow out a lot of cucumbers, and the reason for that is our birds absolutely love them. So we do grow out several for our birds. We like to eat them too, so there's that. So let's get started. We have Richmond green apple. That looks kind of like a lemon cucumber, but green. Speaking of which, I got so many requests. I mean, how many requests did I get for lemon cucumbers, Bob? Yeah, a lot. And it's like, why do you want to buy them from me? Because I sell my stuff $5. Doesn't matter what it is. $5 across the board. So they want to buy lemon cucumbers from me for $5 a plant. And they could go into town and buy them for cheaper. But, you know, whatever. I bought a pack of lemon cucumber seeds, so I will start some lemon cucumbers. So these actually remind me of little watermelons. They're kind of cool. Mexican sour gherkins. These are AKA cucamelons, and I've even heard them called mouse melons. I have tried to grow these. I have never had luck with them being highly prolific. I am still looking at each year as a brand new year. I haven't given up on these little guys yet. I am going to try them, but I want to grow them on the trellis outside this year and then put one inside and see how they do. And if I can't manage to make them grow this year, then I will give up on them. Have some dragon's egg cucumbers. Those are really kind of cool looking. This is a new one, and from what I read, it should do really, really well here. And that's the West India burr gherkin. It's a little bizarre, pointy, spiky, pointy thing. And it should do really well from what I'm reading. I want to give it a whirl, give it a try. This is a fairly new Baker Creek variety, and it was unusual enough to catch my eye, and I think everybody knows my philosophy that life is too short to grow boring colored vegetables. This is called a geltros, whatever. It's a yellow cucumber, and it is cool, and it is going in my garden this year. And this is a good little standby Parisian pickling. I like that my husband's over there slurping on a milkshake. If you hear that, I apologize. This is a Parisian pickling cucumber. He looked at me like, whoops. Bob loves his milkshakes. He would drink them every day, all day if he could. He especially likes his strawberry banana milkshakes, and I think he's fallen and smacked his little head on the concrete. I don't know. I like vanilla milkshakes. Okay, so Parisian pickling. These are not spiky. They're spineless, I think, and that's great. And then when M.I. Gardner had his stuff all half off, I managed to grab a hold of some punakira. Look at those. They're ugly, but I bet they taste good, so we're going to give them a shot. And then, let's see here. Are these all? Yeah, they are. Okay, so, oh boy, they're all spread out too. When I hear people say that they cannot afford to grow a garden because they can't afford the expensive seeds that it takes to grow a garden, I just want to grab them, shake them a little bit and say, you can. You absolutely can grow a garden, and it doesn't take a ton of money to do so. And this is how you can do it. Even me, with all of my heirlooms that I get, I still go to the Dollar Tree every single spring, and I buy their seeds there. And they are American seeds. National pickling cucumbers, 4 for $1. 75 cents. I've picked up 3 packs of seeds that could just be a ginormous number of cucumbers for me. The same with straight 8. Again, 4 for $1. Great slicing cucumber. Guess what they have with these American seeds at the dollar store? This is called a Market More. I think it's a Market More 76 is technically what it is. But what does that say right there? What does that say? It says heirloom. You can grow these out and save the seeds from them because they are an heirloom. The other varieties are heirloom too. They neglected to mention that. All of those are heirloom, and you can save seeds from them all. You're welcome. There is $1. What do I got here? $1.50 right there. And I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs of cucumbers right there. That, you know what? I don't even have to worry about planting them all out in one year because they'll last for a couple of years. These I do not trade. The cost of a postage stamp is 73 cents now. And when people say, I don't trade any kind of these types of seeds anyhow because they have to go out as a parcel. And I think it's just the biggest ripoff by the Postal Service. So I just stick to trading small seeds like peppers, tomatoes, and eggplant. I don't trade any of the bigger seeds unless a person wants to do, like, if they're going to send me a parcel of seeds too. And then if I'm going to do that, it's going to be multiple varieties to make it worth our while because it's going to cost $5.85. And I'm not going to spend $5.85 just for one variety. I did that once for Badger Flame Beets, and I'm not doing it again. Well, I probably would for Badger Flame Beets. Not going to lie, I would do it for Badger Flame Beets. The rest, however, not a chance. Not trading, other people for 10 seeds. It's just not going to happen with me. So, and the same as I'm not going to trade and spend a postage stamp and get a pack of, and send out, or actually get a pack of these back in the mail because it's like, why? That's a waste of time. Moving on, because that's just my little rant about seed trading. I have Korean cucumbers. I don't know what they look like. Don't ask, I don't know. Painted serpent. These are a long slicer. And then we have some more straight 8. These are from freeheirloomseeds.org. If you don't have any money, you can actually send in a self-addressed stamped envelope. Go to freeheirloomseeds.org. Read how you go about sending in an SASE, self-addressed stamped envelope, and they will send you 4 varieties back completely free of charge. Or you can give them money, make a donation to them, and you can get more varieties. I actually won a photography contest on their Facebook page, and that's how I got all these varieties from them. And so we got some, what is that? Is that Sukyo? Sukyo? Yeah. Looks like Sukyo. Sukyo long painted cucumber. That's going to be like that serpent cucumber. And Boston pickling cucumber. That's a good variety. Let's see here. Punjab cucumbers. No idea what those look like, but they're getting seeded out this year because I am very curious. Dragon egg cucumbers. Dragon's egg. Armenian cucumbers, which are technically a gourd, but that's all right. Let's see here. What do we got? This one. Oh, Punakim cucumbers. Oh, Punakira, excuse me. It's these right here that I already showed you. Cool. These came from Heirloom Seed House, formerly Portland Seed House, and you'll see that some of them got crushed, which is a bummer. I don't like, because he actually padded his envelope really well, and there's just no reason for that. You can see the damaged seeds. Like, oh well. I still got plenty to plant, so I'm not going to complain. But this is a variety that he has called, is it, I don't know, QX, or I don't know if that's a U or an R. Or Grex, maybe? I don't know. Caracello. And it's an Italian variety of cucumber. Market More 76. That's a squash. I can tell by the seeds. I pick it up, it's like, nope, that's not a cucumber. Let's see here. White Wonder cucumber. And then when I get done with these, I will put them into the tote that they belong. Suyo long cucumber. These are Metki dark Armenian cucumber. Again, they are actually a gourd, but that's okay. I don't know how to pronounce I can't really even read this, honestly. Meloons. It's a cucumber, but I cannot read what that says. Maloney Tatato Daigiti. I don't know. It's from Europe. Can tell you that. I cannot tell you what kind of language that is, though. But if I don't look at it up close, I can read it. It's Degali or Tony. I don't know. I can't read it. Legoland's Kayempe, I think is how you say that. Or Langeland's Camp. I don't know. Eesh. This one is again, I gotta get it away from me. Vert Petit de Paris cucumber. These are ones, okay, I get these, I buy from Le Jardin du Gourmet every single year. Their website is www.artisticgardens.com. And they have sample packs. So these little packs that contain anywhere from 10 to 25 seeds of cucumbers are 45 cents. So I've never bought a full pack of their stuff because I've never needed to. I just buy these little sample packs and they work out great. And this is a fin de Meaux, Findemeau. Mo? I don't know. It's a Cornishon. Or Cornichon. However you say that. I am like butchering all these pronunciations. But that's okay. And then there's a little town 10 miles north of us. And it's called Castle Rock. It's here in Washington. Great little town. And there's a feed store there that we enjoy going to. And it's called Four Corners Feed. At Four Corners Feed, end of October, November or so, they put all of their previous, the seeds that they release out there in the spring, they put them out for 75% off. So I wound up paying, I think I took and spent $8, something ridiculously low, and I got these pickle cucumbers. Now, the exact variety, I don't know, and it doesn't really matter to me because these are coated, and I don't mind the coating. I really don't. I will grow these because they are bird food. Birds don't care what they're called. And let's see here. Now, Nikotovka, and the site is www.nikotovka.com. Nikitovka. I have another order coming in from them. It's just not here yet, and I don't know when it will be here. And this is a Caracello di Gravina cucumber musk melon. So it looks a lot like that Richmond green apple. It really does. That's what it looks like to me. So it could be the same thing. I don't know. And this is... I am not good at French pronunciation. It's that. I want to say that's bourbon, but I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But it's a heirloom that they have. If it's not an heirloom and it comes from Nicotovka, you will see the F1 behind it. I actually have another pack of that. And I bought these straight up because I thought the name was great. My dog is wagging his tail and beating it on the couch. That's hilarious. It's called a Jealous Neighbor F1. And I actually bought these when I lived in the RV park because we had a neighbor and she liked to, we call it one-upping. And if you got it, she had to go get it and try to do it better. And it was just like, okay, just whatever she wanted to do. It doesn't matter. Like I moved in, I don't have them here. We actually left them behind, but I had Concord grapevines that just produce like crazy. So she had to go out and buy herself a grapevine, and she's like, these got 4 kinds of grapes on them. And it's like, yeah, they're not going to do very good. And they never did. I don't know whatever she did with them. But most of the stuff that she got on a whim or whatever, she brings it up here and she gives it to me. And we plan it out or we don't. It doesn't matter. Some of the stuff, it's like, I don't really want it, but whatever. Arctic F1 cucumber. Old neighbors are funny. That's why I live up here and I don't live down there, is because they drove me nuts. This one, that's the name of it. And if you can pronounce that, you are doing better than I am. It's a short, fat, non-spiky green. And this is a Parisian Cornichon. Cornichon, however you pronounce that. If I'm not saying it right, I don't really care. There's that Legoland's Campe. I don't know. Hey, I can pronounce this one. This is a Pickle Mix F1. It is just a mix of their little hybrid pickling cucumbers. And that is okay with me. Oh boy. Palinaki Cornichon. Anyways, another pickling type. I got a lot of pickling cucumbers. Another package of those. Hey, White Delicacy. Oh no, those are White Wonders. So I've got 2 different white ones here. That's cool. Boston Pickling. Wisconsin. I bought this one because that name cracked me up. Wisconsin. It's great. Phoenix 460. This is a bush cucumber, or actually, this is bush cornichon. Titus F1. There's another pack of those Caracello di Gravina. And a balcony swallowtail, F1 variety, if I remember right. These ones are all female and they're self-pollinating, which is super cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get these back into the tote, because then we'll move on to, well, we'll save squash for last. Hang on, I'm going to put you on pause while my husband gets the dog sorted out. Okay, moving on from, my dog's barking out there, from cucumbers, let's move on to melons and gourds. We have Tigger melons. I have grown those before. I did get it to ripe state, and they didn't taste really like, they didn't really taste much like anything. I mean, they weren't gross, but they weren't really super sweet or anything like that. But the smell was amazing, and I would grow them again just for that. We got some Chinese python snake beans. These are not beans. These are gourds, and they're edible. Let's see. I know I got another one of these. Give me 1 second. There we go. We got Siamese bitter melon. Now, I have a friend who says that you can grow those out, slice them up, soak them in rubbing alcohol, and use it as like a rub for arthritis pain. And it's like, I like them in soup too. Dishcloth or loofah gourd. I've tried different companies' loofah gourds and did not have any luck, so I'm going to try Baker Creek. African drum gourd. That will have to be grown out in my greenhouse, and I don't know if we have a long enough growing season for it. I have grown out Kajari melons. I did not get it to ripen fully on the vine, which was a bummer because it looked amazing. And I have grown out Rich Sweetness 132. They tasted exponentially better than the Tigger melons. So I would grow those again for sure. And then we have mango or vine peach, and I have not grown these yet, but from what I'm reading, they will grow here, and you can use those to make a pie with, which is super cool. And then I have, I have a couple packs of Sugar Baby Bush watermelon. I did grow that out in my greenhouse, and it did produce. This is a new type of watermelon, and they're smaller. So if they're smaller like that, sometimes you can get them to grow here in Western Washington. And this is called a Keho. I have grown out these Minnesota Midget cantaloupes, and they produced, and they were very tasty. Janicek watermelon. This is a yellow fleshed watermelon. Now, Uprising seeds, they're in Bellingham. Bellingham is in Western Washington. They're further north. It's cooler up there. If they can get those to grow out to fruition, I should be able to get them to grow out to fruition down here. The same with these. And these, the seeds are so cool looking. They look like stained glass kind of. And no, I cannot pronounce that name. Can you? They're a Turkish variety. So if you can speak and write Turkish, let me know how to pronounce that in the comments below. Pine tree, loofah gourd. We'll see if it works. And let's see, this is a Juan Canary melon. 90-day melon. Provides 70 to 80 degree soil temperatures. So I'm thinking, maybe give that a really good head start on a heat mat, and it might do okay. And then, oh gosh, what was it? It was not last year. It was the year before. My husband did a side job, and with his buddy, and they went into Lowe's for something. And there was a grocery cart there, and it was full of packs of seeds that Lowe's had stocked that year. And what they did is they put all of them that did not sell into a grocery cart, and they told the customers, help yourselves. So my husband did. He brought me home some eggplant seeds. And he also brought home a couple packs of this all-sweet watermelon. And this stuff grows in 95 days. So it's kind of hit or miss. I may or may not be able to get it to grow here. But I'm always willing to try. Got some dipper gourd. I love growing gourds. This is a white bitter melon. So that I've got the Siamese, now I got the white. Canteen gourd. Never heard of it, but gonna give it a whirl. Dipper gourd. Love the gourds. This is a watermelon variety, and I've got actually, yes, I do. I have 3 packs of seeds for this. And I had went through Nicotopka's melon section. I think they have a separate section for watermelon. And this was one that looked to me like it might have a chance of surviving here in our climate. And so I did several orders, and for whatever reason wound up ordering these 3 times. So I've got a ton of seeds for them. And that's the name. Stilnolstai? I don't know. But yeah, and it's got a really almost white rind to it, just ruby red flesh, and it looked really good. And then I have Korean melon. This is a musk type melon, and it's called Zolotostaya. Interesting looking. Have this I don't even know why I have. I think I have one seed of birdhouse gourds in there. Orange glow watermelon. Again, don't know if I can grow it here, but willing to try. Loofah gourd. Let's see. Mini pumpkin ornamental gourds. That would be cool. So it's actually technically a pumpkin, but you don't eat it. I don't know as I would waste my bed real estate for that, but possibly. I mean, if the chickens can eat it, that's fine. Cossack melon. More orange glow. My saved Tigger melon seeds, because I let one go to almost rotten stage. Crayson melon, that's got a really dark rind, typical red watermelon, look delicious. This I don't know what it is. I got it in a trade and all it says is UK melon. So I don't know what that is. And even more Tigger melon. This is a Kiwano horned melon. Let's see, winter melon. I don't know what a winter melon is. I have to look that up. Calabash bottle gourds. Bottle gourds are cool. Dipper gourds, bottle gourds. I did a thing where I traded a stamp for some seeds for a dinosaur gourd. Some more Korean melon seeds. Birdhouse gourds from Forgotten Heirlooms. There's the website. Mainly has tomatoes and peppers on there. Rich Sweetness 134. Prescott Ford Blanc melon. That's a type of a cantaloupe. It's supposed to be really tasty. And I do believe that it's a short enough season that it might just grow here. And bushel gourd. That's going to be a big, like if you dry that out and grow it to where, full state, you should be able to use that to carry stuff in. More Crayson melon. This just says heirloom cantaloupe. I would use these to eat for myself, but I would never trade those seeds because I don't know what they are. And then we got some Prescott Ford Blanc melon seeds there. I had been holding those from... Oh, I actually have even more of that type, so I have four packs of that. And then last but never least, some Sweet Dakota watermelon, which is your typical melon. I'll bring you back when I've got squash ready to go. All right. Now we're going to move on to squash and pumpkins. And this is where I have the most seeds of. And I absolutely love winter squash. I really like summer squash. I love pumpkins. And we do grow for our birds too. So I finally broke down and ordered some New England sugar pie pumpkins. And I will be growing those out this year. Moringa squash. We got some Pattison Panache 1 et for scallop. It's a pretty little sucker. I've grown those too and they taste good. Sweet dumpling. Now I bought a starter plant of sweet dumpling this year. It didn't do squat for me, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to start my own. Endomatrone. That looks so good to me. Endomatrone. Let's see here. We'll hold on to that. Oh, here we go. I got 3 packs of this. And that is Zucchino Rampicante. Honeyboat Delicata. I hate it when they don't put pictures on their squash. Iran squash. That variety right there. I've grown it. I grew it the first year we were up here. And you know what? I had that squash sitting out in the shed with didn't do really anything to protect it or anything like that. This thing lasted like 18 months. It was crazy. Kabocha squash. Table Queen acorn squash. I don't think I need to say squash. We know they're squash. Niswa. I think this is one of the new ones from Baker Creek. Yuxi Jiang Bingua. And I can't find it. I got to figure out where I put the pack of seeds, but I have their new, Baker Creek's brand new dark version of this as well. And it's the dark Yuxi Jiang Bingua. Say that 3 times really fast. Luckily for me, I used to cocktail waitress, or I serve cocktails in a Chinese place. And so the owner, she taught me some, I know how to pronounce a lot of it if it's spelled out like that. And I also I know all the important words. And yeah. I can kind of cuss you out in Mandarin. It's pretty cool. Gilbert Englisher custard squash. I have grown that. It's pretty tasty. Haven't grown this one yet, and that's a desi squash. More kabocha. I've grown this, and this is pineapple, and it's delicious, and it's good, and I'm going to grow it again this year. White scallop. This is a new one for me. This is a brand new one. Ayote green flesh. Look at that ugly sucker. That looks putrid. Looks like it's decaying. But it says that it looks horrible. But it says, they're 125 days too, so they're a long squash. This exotic green flesh pumpkin has flavor that'll blow you away. Eaten raw, it has tropical fruity hints. Some describe as papaya or banana. Cooked, its flesh is dark, as sweet as chocolate, and needs no enhancement. But it looks, the outside's kind of cool looking, but the inside looks like it's, ooh, it doesn't look good, but it tastes like chocolate when you cook it. So, well, I'm going to try it for sure. And this is an interesting one, and it's called a dostal cucumber squash. And then, again, from the Lowe's cart there. Oh, my husband fed the birds some cabbage. My husband picked up some early prolific straight neck squash, which is great. And then from Walmart has the American seed. Theirs are 20 cents. So got some dark green zucchini. And then back to the dollar store for some Waltham butternut winter squash. These are heirloom. See what I mean about sometimes they'll mark them as heirloom and sometimes they don't? Waltham is an heirloom. It's an heirloom. You can save the seeds. Buttercup. This is a squash that I grew last year. I bought a... Would you be quiet, dog? I bought a starter plant of it, and it didn't do all that well. So I want to see what it'll do after I start my own seed. And then I did buy some baby boo pumpkins from M.I. Gardner because they were half off, and they were $1. And it's like, if they don't grow, whatever. I'll be right back. Okay, those were all my bigger packs of seeds. Now I gotta get through this whole bag. It's kind of crazy how many squash seeds I have, but I have a lot. These are delicata. Seriously, I've got a lot of squash seeds. And then I gotta find the name of it because they're hidden in these bags. This is a red curry squash right here. I'll put these down in the front. I'll try to get these bigger bags out of the way. My sister, she had gotten these. More sweet dumpling squash. I'll go ahead and toss these in the tote. And here are, I think I ordered, wow, I must have bought them out of sample packs at Le Jardin Gourmet, because holy moly, there are a lot here. I'm sure there's a lot more in there too, but let's see. Rouge Vif Etamps pumpkin. This is a Cinderella pumpkin. So it's reddish orange, and it's one of the flat Cinderella style pumpkins. Rondinese squash. This is a round zucchini. So it's like a ball. Oh, mini Hubbard. Miniature Hubbard winter squash. That's cool. I haven't ever grown Hubbard squash. Cucurbits Italian climbing squash. Spaghetti squash. Autumn gold pumpkin. These are hard to read, aren't they? They are for me, and I'm wearing glasses even. Buttercup winter squash. More Cucurbits climbing Italian climbing squash. And this is a golden scallop squash. And then from smallhousefarm.com right there, Bev and Cohen. Got Bilinka squash. More red curry that have been crushed beyond recognition. Good thing I got other seeds for them. Seminole pumpkins. They told me that these were old seeds. I'm okay with that. I will give them a whirl. I will nick them and soak them and see if they sprout. This says simply acorn squash. This is a Lebanese white bush squash. Holus Dana pumpkin. So pumpkin seeds. Let's see. Pumpkin seeds. I need a pumpkin. Okay, here we go. This is an example. So these are jack-o'-lantern. I don't know if that's actually a variety of pumpkin, but that's what they sent me. So this is what a pumpkin seed typically looks like. You can dry these out, and then to get the pepita or the seed inside, you have to get them out of the shell. These Holus Dana, they don't have the white shell. You just get the pepitas, which are great. So there's those. We got Lakota squash. And apparently you can do the same thing with squash seeds. And I like to grow a lot of pumpkins and winter squash and stuff like that because I like my birds to... They like the flesh, but we also let them eat the seeds because the seeds are a natural dewormer for them. And then we got Lebanese white bush squash here. Yokohama squash. This is a zucchini variety. It's round, lighter than what the Rondinese is. Those are a darker green. These are a lighter green, and these are called Popsick. Popsick. Funny name. Popsick. Got some Georgia candy squash. I think they're also called Georgia candy roaster. If you get them from Baker Creek. White patty pan. I got stuff falling all over. Black magic zucchini. Delicata. Tokyo blue. I don't know if those are squash or pumpkin. I guess a simple Google search would help me figure that out. Got Vert Pale Debenning squash. These are a patty pan type. More delicata. This is a blue Hubbard. Cocozelle, which is like the Zucchino rampicante. And then this is a Shokichi green F1. It's either a pumpkin or a squash. More of the Hollis-Dana pumpkin. Mashed potato winter squash. 3 seeds. Lower salmon river squash. More mashed potato squash. More Hollis-Dana squash. This is a I can't talk, zucchini. It's a yellow zucchini. I've grown it before. Sugar and pie pumpkin. So I knew I hadn't gotten all of those. This one just says it's a pumpkin. Thank you. That is one of my pet peeves. If you're going to trade with people, please list the variety. And it doesn't matter if it is a hybrid or an heirloom or an open pollinated. List the variety down, for Pete's sake. This, I can't even send that to anybody because I couldn't begin to tell them what it is. It's like, it's a pumpkin. Well, thank you, Captain Obvious. So yeah, that's another pet peeve, and one of the reasons why I don't trade with a lot of people, because I get too irritated by stuff like that. Baby Pam pie pumpkin. Let's see. What in the world? Leche Naya pumpkin from Nicotovka. Honey nut squash. Devo pumpkin. That is not a pumpkin. With Nicotovka, they list all of their winter squash as pumpkins. Yeah, so you need to be aware of that if you order from them. Potawatomi Cushaw squash. That is an indigenous species. I have some Queensland blue pumpkin. Cinderella blue pumpkins. That would be cool. Those are the flat type. More Lebanese white bush squash. Silver bell squash. And blue curry. Got red curry, got blue curry. I think there's a green curry. I don't know if I have that one yet. Here is, this should be Ruse D Tamps or whatever. But that's what I mean when I say a Cinderella pumpkin. You can see right there that's kind of squished flat. That's a Cinderella pumpkin. More Rondonese. Oregon Homestead sweetmeat squash. That's the other thing, pet peeve of mine about seed traders, is when you tell them, you know, you might have something that they really want, and I understand that. But when you tell them, hey, I've only got 5 seeds of that. Well, I only need 2 of them. And it's like, dude, I am not sending you 2 seeds. That is just ridiculous to me. I mean, you mean to tell me that you can't afford to buy these seeds, that I need to send you 2 out of the 5 I have left? White acorn. I grew these. I started these. I grew these. And they are white. And they are good. Yakima marblehead squash. Arabat pumpkin. This is not a pumpkin. This is a butternut squash variety. Hey, we're actually getting down to the bottom of this bag. Lakota squash. Julie Woodbury. She's pretty cool. She's an Heirloom Tomato Addicts Anonymous. And she sells good stuff. Jarradale pumpkins. I believe those are blue variety. And I have my cat Ravioli right here. And he better leave me alone. Silver Edge winter squash. Peanut butter pumpkin. Again, it is a butternut squash called peanut butter. Pink banana squash. Looks kind of like that Georgia candy roaster almost. Winter luxury pumpkin. Those look really cool, like they're frosted. And this is a zucchini mix that I bought from Nicotovka. It's got all different colors in there. And it's called the Carnival Mix. And Nicotovka, they're a great place to order from. When I ordered the majority of these seeds, they had them on sale for 97 cents a pack. Once you order $15 worth, they give you 20% off your entire order across the board, which dropped these packs down to roughly, I want to say they were 78 cents a pack. Knock it off, dog. So 78 cents a pack. And then once you order 25 packs, they give you free shipping. So, I mean, I ordered 48 packs of seeds the one time and I paid 30 some dollars for it. You can't go wrong. And there's that Rouge Vif Diatamps again. The Cinderella style pumpkin. And the dog is going to be, I'm almost to the end here. Shokichi Shiro F1. So it's either going to be a squash or a pumpkin, and it remains to be seen because I don't know what it is. Jemmy Nanticoles Breeders Mixed Squash. That's cool. Gilia Pumpkin. That is a pumpkin. Thelma Sanders Sweet Potato Squash. Our new dog is being a trip. Butternut Squash. Cinderella Pumpkin. There's actually, that's a style of pumpkin. It's not actually a variety, just so everybody knows. Because you have these Musky de Provence pumpkins. They are also a Cinderella style pumpkin. Cinderella style pumpkins are flat. Bulgarka squash. Looks like a spaghetti squash to me. This one, and I think that might also be a Cinderella style squash. I don't know. Waltham butternut squash. And then we have Costata Romanesco zucchini. Getting down here to the end of this big old gallon bag. It was shoved full for real. And some more of those Cinderella pumpkins. I might just do a whole bunch of them. I don't know. Birds sure do like pumpkins. American Tondo pumpkin. Those are very interesting. They're ribbed and they're yellow and green. Here's the winter luxury pie pumpkins. Those look frosted. They're really pretty. They're smaller pumpkins. Desert Spirit Culinary Landrace Squash. Landrace are great. That's a naturally occurring. I'll have to put the exact definition of landrace in the comments below. Sweet dumpling, if I remember. If I don't, remind me and I can always edit that in. Some more of the Costata Romanesco zucchini. And this one is called Perlenca squash, white scallop squash. Even more of the holistic Dana. I got a lot of those because they're handy. And these are red warty pumpkin. I don't know if that's a technical term, but that's what they put on there. So that is all of my Cucurbits. Every last bit of them. So I, of course, I'm not going to be growing all these out. There's no way. But I do want to grow out 2 or 3 different types of pumpkin. And I have my eye on those New England sugar pie pumpkins or whatever they are. The winter luxury pumpkins. And probably one of the Cinderella pumpkins, I think, for this year. And then a couple of different winter squash. I'll probably go through here. Yeah, like these ones here. These winter luxury pie pumpkins. What I'll probably do is go through here and see what my oldest winter squash and summer squash seeds are, and that's what I will do. I know I want to do like a kabocha because they're delicious, and I definitely want to grow that. Gonna do last year I think we did 4 zucchini plants, and really only one survived and thrived. So we're going to up our zucchini game. Not that I have a great love of zucchini. I like it okay. I really like the fried zucchini from Carl's Jr. Thank you for asking. But my birds love zucchini. And also you can grate zucchini up and put it in different stuff. So that there's that. And I want to try some zucchini fritters because I've never had those, so don't know what they taste like. So gonna do that, and then probably I'm gonna say at least 10 or so types of cucumbers. And those are going to go on. I bought a trellis just for cucumbers. So I can probably put. Oh, it came in a 2-pack. So I can probably get 10 types. Possibly 12. So in somewhere between 8 and 12 types of cucumbers I'm going to grow. And then going to get these greenhouses all fixed back up. And I'll do melons in there. So, yeah. Just kind of waiting on weather and what have you. Because we can only do so much when it's raining. And right now the sun is out. But there's some crappy looking rain clouds right coming out. Oh, okay, the sun is out here and it's raining. Welcome to Western Washington. The sun can be out. It is damn near 50 degrees out, and it's raining, and such is my life. So, yeah, you can see the sun is out. It's kind of cool. The weather here is ever-changing, and most of it comes up from the south, so we get to see it coming because my window looks out south. And that is what is going on Kelpie Keeper's Farm. So make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can tell, or so you're notified whenever I release a new video. Leave me a comment. I like to respond to them, and give me a thumbs up. And I will be back. It's going to be, I'm going to guess, anywhere from a 5 to 6 part series of when I go through my tomato plants. And you guys get to help me narrow that down to the 30 varieties that I'm going to grow out here in my garden. So we got some other plants to go through before then though, because I'm going to do those last. Later.